Mike. Mike. Hey, there's a concentrate.
Now the first real step in this is we're gonna have to remove this panel here.
So we're curious if this has ever happened to you. Let us know. Let us know your wildest. Do we find the quests or do the quests find us? That's truly the question. But I think the quests sometimes find us.
Get me up, somewhere new, somewhere I can find myself. Oh, I feel so alive.
Where are we, Amy?
Fort Fisher Park. Admission is free. Service animals only. Parking lot closes at 5. Hello. So to go and just do the a self-guided tour is free, or it is? Okay. And we
close at 5 and the parking lot closes at 5.
That's fine. Where do you start? I guess just walk out this direction?
If you guys want to go through the Center Sally Port and all that, I recommend doing that now because we do close that part at 4:30.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
We're near Wilmington, North Carolina. I know that much.
We're south of Wilmington.
Yeah. Cure Beach.
I think it's pronounced Cary.
Cary?
It doesn't look like that. It's spelled K-U-R-E, but it was pronounced Curry by, or Curry or Cary by one of the locals.
Why was it called the Bloody Gate?
It was called the Bloody Gate because it was where some of the most ruthless fighting took place. They couldn't use the river road to access it. Intruders were trying to come through that gate right behind us, and it got the name the Bloody Gate.
I'm assuming for all the people who shed blood there.
Yes, very much so. I and my company together reckon I have 10,000 collards growing beside a great many other vegetables. The men are allowed only 1/4 pound of meat a day, and I fear they're not going to get even that for long. A soldier's life is hard, but we do better than most of our soldiers as we get fish and sometimes oysters. I'm busy gardening. Ben Thomerson is my top gardener. Under my direction, I have sent to Tarboro for seeds. Oh, the birds were eating up the collards. Yeah, that is definitely the plight of a gardener. Could you imagine though? I mean, we gardened for enjoyment back when we had property. We gardened for homesteading and for enjoyment, both. But could you imagine knowing you have an entire troop depending on what you're gardening and then seeing birds come down and descend on it and just destroy it? That would be quite like frustrating and upsetting.
Quite disheartening.
Yeah. If you're interested in visiting Fort Fisher, they are open from 9 until 5, and they offer tours for a small fee. You can do a self-guided tour for free. They do ask for donations just to help keep it open to the public. No food or drink inside the visitor center, but they allow leashed pets to walk around the outside as long as they're well behaved and as long as you pick up after them.
I got a check engine light on my truck. What? Now the scan tool is telling me that only one, the cylinder 6 specific glow plug is bad, but I am going to replace all 8 of them. Thanks, Hanks, because you guys let us in on that little secret that it's better to replace them all at the same time. I'm not sure which one I would have done if I had encountered this error without watching you guys' video, but you know, thank you anyway, because we're going to do this. We're going to put all 8 in today. It's going to take me a little while, but we're going to do all 8, and you guys are going to come along for the ride. Now, the first real step in this is we're going to have to remove this panel here. There's a bunch of screws in here. You can see here, various different places throughout here. There are different screws that we're going to have to take out in order to actually remove this panel, because the glow plugs are all right underneath there. All right, guys, I got one panel off and it took me about 8 minutes to do that. Here's the glow plugs right here. You can see one of them. There is some warnings I've seen about breaking them off in the cylinder, so we're not going to do that. We're going to see if we can get this in here for you guys. The goal of this is simply to take the wires off the back. All right, we got the nut off there. Pull the wire off. The wire is just simply on there. And then you have another nut on the inside to actually take out the glow plug itself. I'm gonna go get the deep sockets and see if we can do this fairly gently because I do not want to break these off inside the cylinder. I was able to get the first glow plug out, and as you can see, it's kind of charred up on the end there. Thankfully it didn't break or anything like that. Guys, I got the 4 out on the driver's side. They thankfully all have their tips. One of the other warnings was if they're missing their tips, you're going to have to clean out the cylinders. And yeah, I wasn't going to do that. That would be very difficult for me to do on the road. All right, guys, well, I got 6 of the 8 replaced. Why only 6? Because that happened. So these are brand new. The top twisted off. I just snapped these right off. So I barely had any pressure on them at all. So now I have these 2 in the front still need to be done. I've done all of the ones on the other side and these 2 here, but these other 2 need to be done now. Yay.
Hey guys, I ended up ordering another pair of glow plugs from Amazon and got them installed. Unfortunately, I didn't get any video of that. So one thing to keep in mind is if you're going to do this project, maybe you want to order a couple of extra glow plugs just in case something like this happens.
Hey guys, it is travel day. We are headed from Brinkley Air Force Base to OBX, the Outer Banks. We're really excited to be going back to the Outer Banks. We've been there a few times, but never in our RV. So this is going to be a new adventure for us. Come on, we are hooking up and we are ready to go.
Hey Mom, have we got our travel day cookies?
No, not exactly. I mean, they have had some cookies.
Where are the travel day cookies, Mom?
That's right. Where are the travel day cookies, Mom? Here are the travel day cookies. I've already told the folks at home where we're headed. We just want to jump straight into what we're looking forward to doing while we're there.
Probably a good thing you told them because I'm not sure I remember other than it's called OBX, I think.
That is the name. Well, so that's the name of the area and it's the name of the campground.
Oh.
Because it stands for Outer Banks. And so, you know how people get the, well, I guess maybe it was a thing like, I don't know, 10 years ago where people would get stickers to put on their vehicles of where they've been. The sticker you'd get said OBX. My family has been going to the Outer Banks to vacation since I can remember. I mean, like since I was little. And a lot of times in the past when I was young, we would rent a big house on the beach and have several families go and stay together. And it was just a lot of fun, a lot of good memories. One of the cool things is that some of those things in the Outer Banks haven't changed since my childhood. So it's very nostalgic. One of the reasons we've enjoyed going there as adults is because the area is so dog friendly, especially in the off season. And that's typically when we go.
My family did not go to the Outer Banks.
I can't imagine why.
We may have been there once or twice on a trip, but we did not go there on a regular basis. We went to places like Long Beach, not New York. Sorry, New York. Went to Long Beach, Washington, and what was it called? Not Sandy Shores, Ocean Shores.
Oh.
Those are the places we went.
We're gonna hit all the beaches. We're gonna hit all the beaches on our Miami to Maine.
We're going along the coast this time too.
Yes, we are. And if you've been watching for a little while, you'll know we're on a mini series called Miami to Maine. So if you're new to our channel, this is Mike, I'm Amy, this is Kayla, and this is Riley. A few years ago, we decided to pack it all up and hit the road. So we got rid of our sticks and bricks, bought an RV, and we've been full-time RVing for almost 4 years. We're glad you're here because today is our adventure. Y'all ready for this?
I don't think they're ready for this.
I'm ready for this.
I am definitely ready for this.
I know you're ready for this. This travel day is coming to an end. We're approaching our destination. We are super excited.
We have been driving for ever.
Not, well, so maybe not forever, but it certainly has felt like forever, because this is one of our longer travel days, and the max speeds on this travel day have been around 45 miles an hour. So yeah, it certainly has made it feel a lot longer.
Before we came on this road, because it was like, the other option was to take Highway 40 a little bit for Interstate 40 for a small portion of this, like about half. And
you have to go so far west though to get on it.
Yep, you have to keep going. You have to go west quite a bit and then come back east. And so I Googled, is Highway 17 safe for RVs? And it said, yes, the portion between North Carolina and Virginia Beach is definitely safe. It's mostly a 4-lane road. I'm like, okay, that seems okay. Does this feel like a 4-lane road to you there, Amy?
Yeah, I'll show you guys what we're looking out the window here. In reality, it's mostly been a 2-lane road.
Now this is 64 technically, I think, but it's a combination between 17. And it has been rough. Like,
good job, 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 good job.
Like 55 mile an hour, but then they'll have a railroad crossing and
no warning,
and it goes like significantly up and then over the tracks and then back down again, and you catch those. That's just not good for the RV.
No.
And we didn't tell them yet about the experience we had today.
Oh, gracious. So we're curious, if this has ever happened to you, let us know. Let us know your wildest, like, filling up on the road experience. Put it in the comments for us, because first of all, I'm sure everyone would find them entertaining, and secondly, I'm sure it would make us feel a little bit better about our experience today. So take a second and drop it in the comments for us.
Yeah.
All right. Tell them about our experience, Mike.
So I had pre-gamed like a gas stop, a fuel stop for us, and it was going to be not quite halfway, but about 100 miles into the journey. We were going to stop and get fuel, and I promptly got on the road and realized that
we had not planned ahead.
We hadn't filled up the night before.
No.
So we were running less than a quarter already.
So we were going to have to reroute ourselves, recalculating.
Yeah.
We realized we were going to have to find another place on the way.
Yeah, so we looked it up, and there was a couple different options, and then we ended up passing by a BP, and the sign on the outside said $3.55 for diesel, which is what we were planning to pay at the Circle K we were planning to go to. And I'm like, okay, well, it's fair, whatever. We stopped. They're like, it wasn't exactly easy to get in there. They had one diesel pump off to the side that people were blocking.
But we were able to maneuver. I mean, with your mad skills, we were able to maneuver in there.
I got done filling it up, and then of course it was after I had already filled the truck completely that I realized the pump said it was $4.13 a gallon. Sorry, $3.59 is what the sign said, and then the pump said $4.13. I'm like, wait a minute. And like, that's a $14 difference in fuel. And so I went in and I was like, hey, what's up? And she's like, oh yeah, the sign doesn't work. Like, they knew about it. They knew that the sign didn't work.
And so she rebooted the sign, so it showed the correct price.
Yeah.
But basically said to us,
oh well,
tough luck.
If I was trying to be that way, which I'm not, I wouldn't have rebooted the sign. I'd be like, oh, I'm really sorry, it's the sign. We've tried everything, we can't correct it. No, she knew the right answer was to reboot it, and then it would show the right price.
Yeah.
And did it right in front of me.
Yeah.
And
which
then
just made him even more miffed about it.
I'm like, well, can you do anything? Because, I was expecting to pay $3.55, which is what the price of the Circle K is down the road. And she's like, I can't do anything about it. I'm like, I kind of argued with her for a little bit, and then finally I was just like, gave up because we needed to get on the road. And then of course we went down the road and indeed confirmed that Circle K and even another BP, a different BP, all were around $3.55. Hey y'all, if somebody in an RV takes the trouble to stop for you so that you can pull out, just wave at them.
Yeah, just give them a little.
Just give them a little wave.
Just a little.
Even the one finger salute's better than, you know.
Wait, that's this one, right?
Yeah. That's the Jeep wave, right? Yeah.
Well, that's the only one finger salute we're putting on this video.
Yeah. Guy that's got 16,000 pounds behind him makes the trouble of stopping for you. You just give a little wave. Just
Sensations, that's the other one. See, there's a sugar planet over there again, but there's also right next to it the yellow and blue. That's Sensations. That's the other, like, local chain of beach stuff. You ready for this?
Oh, I'm ready for the loop-de-loos and la-di-das. What do we got? Are there any painted horses on the way?
There may be. No, it's actually, it's quite simple. We're here.
Yeah.
There's one giant loop. Go around the loop, park in there.
I don't think that we can do that. It's too much.
Let's try.
I mean, we've been driving, you know, all day.
Let's try.
I don't know if we can make it the last
I think we can. Last
50 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know, he's got a fish, I think.
Got one?
Yeah, he's got a fish.
Oh, wow. A little fish, but he does. This is how some of us celebrate the end of travel day. She has this little spot that she keeps irritating on the very tip of her ear. Hold still so they can see. Hold still. Right there. And then she shakes it and it gets blood everywhere. Stop, 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 stop. We just finished our dinner at Dirty Dick's Crab House in Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina. So, you know, it's been like 3 years since I've been here, and that was the first time I'd had shrimp and grits. It was amazing. Then we went to the one in Panama City.
Yep.
And I thought, you know, I know it's the same. It's like, it's owned by the same folks and stuff. But is it going to be as good as I remember? Because you know how that is, right? Like, your memory just, sometimes things don't always live up to your memory. And I tasted it, and oh my gosh. Y'all who watch us, you know, it was just as good as I remembered.
Totally. I had the king crab legs and with the low country boil, and it was pretty dang awesome.
And fast forward to today, when we knew we were coming back to where I'd originally tried it. And I was like, okay, here's the real test. Is it going to be as good as Panama City? Because that was fairly recently. Y'all, it was better.
Yeah.
I don't know how it was better, but it was so amazing. And the chef came out and talked to us as well, and I told her the same thing. Her name's Katie. She was fantastic. Your food was good, yeah?
It was really good.
My food was amazing. Our waitress was also really great. Her name is Sherry. Shout out to Sherry for making our trip really fantastic. This has definitely been one of the highlights of our visit so far, and we are looking forward to coming back here hopefully again before we go.
Definitely. And they even came out and asked us about our YouTube channel.
Yeah. So shout out to you guys.
Hey guys.
We love you, and thank you so much for making our trip amazing and making such wonderful food. It felt like it wasn't just good for the belly, it was also good for the soul. So thank you for that. We're off on an epic adventure. We've got our bellies full. We got, well, I got a tasty drink. You might need a tasty drink, but we are headed to see if we can find some of our painted horses of Corolla.
It's a quest.
It's a quest. This one is actually, so some of you guys have asked, how do I find these quests?
She's just that good.
Do we find the quests, or do the quests find us? That's truly the question. But
I think the quests find her.
I think the quests sometimes find us. So we're here at the Roanoke Island Visitor Center, where one of the horse statues used to be. And we went in and asked for information and found out that unfortunately several years back they had an auction and sold a whole bunch of them off to private parties. So now they're just kind of scattered wherever. I'm a little bit skeptical now of how many we're actually going to be able to locate. It's really kind of sad because we were really looking forward to finding these. But, you know, we'll still look for the ones we can find and let y'all know. Next week, we're heading off-road in search of the real ponies of Corolla. Will we find them, or are we going to just get stuck in the sand? Tune in to find out.